Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see, long time no speak. So there's a few things I need to talk about, but I'm going to try and keep the video as short as I can because there's going to be a series of videos that explain what I'm talking about a little bit better. So firstly, we are literally a couple of weeks away from our vaults ending and with a 100% payout, which is obviously awesome. It was always going to be that case. We are very proud to say that during, the volatility of the market and with Paca being paused, it's a great milestone for us and every investor that put their money in the vaults. And we're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and 10% bonuses and 100% completion rate. So, I know people talk about us a lot. I've even seen comments saying their reputation is shot, and people forget that we never closed and never going to close. We're just suffering a little bit because of what happened from sort of August time when we had to pause. The market dropped 74.5%. We've seen some little rallies. We had to consolidate our positions, and it just is the way it is, but we're not going anywhere. So I'm going to put it out there, hot take. We're probably some of the most trustworthy people you'll ever deal with in crypto. Look at all the projects that you've invested in, and me, and Scott, where we've been absolutely wrecked, and the people just keep exit liquidity, exit liquidity, exit liquidity. Some people are on their like 9th project, and the previous one's just dead, money gone. Anyway, we're not here to talk about other people. We're here to talk about us. So, pats on the back for everyone involved, and congratulations to everyone that has received their money plus their 10% bonus. Awesome. Main Paca is obviously still paused. It's recovering slowly but surely. It's like a baby. It used to stand on its own 2 feet and just run its course. Now it's turned into a baby and needs looking after. And that's what we're doing. So hopefully the market continues to show strength and grow, and slowly and surely we get to redemption. All we can do is wait. And patience is a word that's very overused. I totally get it. I hate hearing it and I hate saying it, but it's all that can be done at the moment. So the focus now is getting to the vaults payout in a couple of weeks. Once that's gone, we can then 100% focus on redemption. But we can't really help too much. All we can do is strategize. For instance, scaling out of our SUI position by not taking in permanent loss, because that's stupid. But part of the fees that are earned are being shifted into other positions in more, they're not really less volatile because crypto is, but moving into ETH, USDC, Bitcoin, WETH, and all that kind of stuff. And any opportunities that we find on Easy Manager, which is obviously a fantastic protocol. We love it. It's fantastic. If you haven't used it, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. It's not a referral link, but JC and the team there are building something wonderful. So congrats to those guys. They're making farming more accessible for people that maybe once didn't want to do it. And it's interesting to see people now doing some of the things that we do and saying, well, it's not as easy as it looks, is it? And it's not. Everyone can do it, but it does take some getting used to. So I just want to touch back on what I mentioned a little bit earlier with August, which is when everything sort of happened with Keith. Now, we had to get rid of Keith off the team, and we did. It happened whilst I was on an airplane going on my holidays, vacation. And when I landed in the US, it was all happening. So the first 3 or 4 days of my holiday with the family was ruined because instead of going out, I had to have multiple meetings and think about how we were going to re-strategize with Paca. And it was difficult, but we managed to do it. So then one of the main reasons we sort of had to pause quickly was we took on a lot of capital, a lot, during promos just before I went away, and a vault promo. Now, we only did that because of some information we were given by Keith and a position that didn't turn out to be what he said it was. That's the long and short of it. That was one of the main offences that led to us having to let Keith go. And we do wish Keith well and his family. There's no hard feelings or hatred. And Keith's probably going to watch this. It was a position that he told us he had, and it wasn't paying what it should have been. And as a minor offence, yeah, fair enough. But when you've took on a shitload of capital, not great. So the secondary effect, or the byproduct of me sending Scott my farming funds when I was on holiday a few days before I went, was that the market was ticking along nicely. I think Sui was like, $3.70 or something like that. ETH was probably in the 3.5. So I don't know. I can't exactly remember. But when I got back off my holiday and it was time to have the funds back, we'd already seen a massive drawdown, like huge. So we decided not to redistribute the funds straight away in the way that we would have because of impermanent loss. And then as time went by, it became impossible to do so because of 1010, where we saw a candle drop the market in 15 minutes to 70% down or something. And we've only gone down since. So it makes 0 sense for Scott to take a massive impermanent loss just to send me funds. So instead, I took a back seat because obviously I just didn't have any farming funds. We just kept waiting and waiting, saying, I'll have the farming funds back when the market recovers. We can't take the IL. And it's just never got to that point. Which brings me on to my next point, and I'm waffling already. Said it was going to be quick. That's what she said. It just isn't. Anyway, I have had a lot of time on my hands. Businesses are being run by my oldest son. I run a business that most of you don't know about, and it's to do with Pokemon cards. So long story short, I've always been a collector of Pokemon for years and years and years. I've got some pretty old cards. I'd say, obviously, I was sort of 19 when Pokemon hit the streets of the UK. So all I did was buy packs for keepsakes. And I didn't buy massive booster boxes or anything. I don't think. But I know I've got packs somewhere. I'm hoping they're in a loft or a storage unit somewhere. But anyway, obviously I missed the gap of my 20s because I wasn't really into collecting. Then kids were born, and then you get back into it. And more so in the last sort of probably 2 years, it's got more prevalent in our daily life. We've got lots of collectibles, and it's pretty fun to collect. But I always wanted to gamify Pokemon or tokenize it or have it on chain. So that's what I've been working on during this period of time when I'm more of a support role to Scott. Still in Paca, same role. I just haven't got the farming funds I used to have because of the impermanent loss. So I've been building a little side project, the SideQuest. It's nothing to do with Paca. It's not, it's not run by Paca. Scott doesn't get involved. He's going to help me with marketing and stuff because he's my friend. But in terms of it being a project that's attached to Paca, it isn't. But it may be able to assist Paca in the future with buying out stakes and stuff like that, and just helping slowly but surely. But this is a standalone project, and it's something that I thought would be cool to build with a Paca community member and see what you think about it. So what's this? You may ask. So this is the Collector Vault, and it is a Pokemon-based project where I will source the packs and you can buy them, and I'll rip them live every week on stream. So that's what a live break is. It means we're going to break the boxes down and the packs down, and these are the different sets. And I've picked sets that are a little bit cheaper with less monetary value to them. like these, to sets like Prismatic Evolutions. This one here is the most popular in the world right now. This has got the best Charizard art in the world, and this is the most nostalgic, but it's the most expensive. So, long story short, I'm going to talk to you like you don't know what Pokemon is, and I apologize to those who do know what Pokemon is. This, you'll get it straight away, but for the people that don't, a pack holds 10 cards, right? In this set, Ascended Heroes, there are multiple cards worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. So what we're going to do, you're going to join the break, goes into your shopping cart. You can add as many packs as you like. For instance, 200, join the break. And then you proceed to checkout, and you can pay with USDC. Eventually, you'll be able to pay with eVault, but that's a different story. So ignore that for now. All we're talking about is the breaks. So you would pay for your packs, and then I would see your order on the back end of the system, and then we would rip your packs. If you pull, for instance, total example, a card worth $500 on the market, I would check eBay, TCG Player, and other marketplaces to see what that card's worth. So let's say you pull a card worth $500. What happens? I'll either offer you shipping, so you can give me a PO box, an Amazon locker, a friend's address. It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. If you don't want to be doxxed, that's fine. Use a secure postage box, something like that. So that's your one option, have it shipped. The other option is I can pay you on stream there and then a value of 75% of that card. So what's that in terms of money? So 500. I'll give you $375 there and then. So let's say you paid, $100. You've $3 extra money, but you might not get anything. So what we decided to do is, you're risking your dollars. The more packs you buy, the more chance you've got of pulling something good, right? But let's say you just bought 5 packs of Ascended Heroes, and you spent your $105. Every time you spend $1, we're going to give you half of our native token, which is the Vault token. What can you do with that? Well, it's a tradable token, so you can sell it, or you can stake it. Now, in terms of staking, it's very simple. You take your Vault token, you stake it, and you can pick these 4 brackets. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, forever. And obviously, the longer you stake them, the bigger the APR. But you can also unstake. Now, these penalties are going to change a little bit, because obviously, if you forever stake it, you're going to pay more of a penalty, because you can unstake it, but it's going to hurt you in the long run. So it's up to you which one you want to go for. So you'll stake your Vault token, you'll get your percentage, which is fixed, and you're going to receive the eVault token. eVault allows you to buy packs. Ignore some of the numbers on here because these are just, placeholders. You're going to be able to buy packs, and you're also going to be able to use it to exchange for Vault. So if you just continuously earn the eVault token, you can then exchange it back to Vault to sell it or transfer to a friend. It's up to you. There's the first part. We will open packs that you have bought on stream and pay you for it. It's that simple. Now, before we go into these other tabs, these are going to be on a different video, but you have got the URL to go and check. But long story short, the marketplace is a bit different. What we're going to do is, our Vault is what backs the whole project. So in this Vault, you're going to see collectibles. You're going to see cards, boxes, gold, silver, USDC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, farming positions, whatever it be. Our treasury is what backs the system, and this is all on chain, and you can see it. It's going to be backed mostly by real world assets with sprinkles of crypto, but mainly products from the real world. And our treasury value is always propping up the system. We're going to do token buybacks left, right, and center. We've got money distribution from the packs, because if you click on transparency, every pack that we sell, a percentage goes somewhere. For instance, this, if your pack is 21 and we're making a fiver, we're making $5, right? That $5 is split into these things. Now, treasury is where we go out and buy acquisitions for the vault to keep that growing. 20% of that $5 is going to token liquidity, which will always be buying back at unknown times of the month, so constant buy pressure. Operations is wages, marketing, server costs, image hosting costs, taxes for off-ramping to buy the packs. Operations basically means it goes to me to decide where it goes. Now, obviously, every time I off-ramp money, I get taxed. I also have to pay shipping on the cards that I buy. So operations basically keeps me in business, and it's transparent. It's right there, and you can see all of the wallets where the money goes. Okay, simple. Investment fund basically means eventually, 10% of a fiver is what, 50 cents. But obviously, we're going to be earning sort of, I don't know. Let's say we earn 10 grand a month. 10% of that, do the math. It's simple. That is going to go to places like Paca and buy out the marketplace. So that's how I said, although not intrinsically linked, although it's not a sister or a brother project, it's nothing to do with it. There's going to be little ways where the investment fund every now and again will go in and help with the redemption. This will also help with setting up a little farm on Easy Manager, which we can have JC put the metrics on here so you can see the position at all times. And what we're going to do with that, every single month, we're going to take some of the fees from that little farm. That's going to go out and buy inventory. It's going to go out and buy other farms. It's going to create other farms, and be used for investments such as gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. But everything that it buys will be on chain and visible on the website. Okay. So the marketplace is derived from the vault. So you'll see cards in the marketplace. These are vaulted cards. They're minted on chain, and you can buy fractions of them. There'll be some cards in here. For instance, this is a box. It's very expensive. If you can't afford to buy a box for 3,105, you can own a fraction of it. And I'll update the prices every week. And then guess what? You can sell your shares eventually. You also earn vault. So let's say you wanted, $311 worth. So that's 311 shares. You add that to basket, so you're going to earn your vault tokens there, which you can take and stake, earn the e-vault, and then you can get involved in breaks for free. It's genius. I love it. So let's say you own 10% of this box. I check the price next week. It goes up to 4,000. You can sell your 311 shares for the value of $4,000. You know what I mean? So whatever this price goes up to, you can then sell your shares, which is awesome, because some people like to own the expensive stuff, but they can't get to all of it. So as you can see, I bought, like a share worth there, and it gives you your shared ownership. Now, the other cool part about that is not that it just sits there doing nothing. You also earn e-vault dynamically, ticks up, look, just by holding shares of a product. So you can claim your e-vault there, and you can also sell your shares there. So if you want to sell out max 15 price of your shares, $1, which will obviously change. That could get to 2, so you could double your money, and you'll get your shares out in the vault token. The good part about it also is when you list your shares for sale, because you want to cash out or you just want your money back, whilst it's for sale, you don't stop earning your e-vault. You just earn half. You earn 50%. So instead of just saying, oh, it's on the marketplace, it's not going to earn, it actually does. But we'll go through it more and more. This system has been derived and designed by me. It's digitalizing actual cards, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to live stream every week as long as some packs have sold. Now, last but not least, remember, the first thing you need to think about, our money flywheel starts with breaking packs. So you buy the packs, as many as you want from different sets. And like I said, if you don't know anything about Pokemon, Ascended Heroes is the hottest set. I'll probably put some graphics on it, actually. Prismatic Evolutions is very popular, but some people call it Traumatic Evolutions because it's very hard to pull a decent card. And I can sort of give testament to that because I've opened about 100 packs of this and I got absolutely nothing. Yeah, I know someone opened 5 packs and pulled a pack that was worth about $3.5 grand. So pay your money, take your chance. Perfect Order is the weakest set, but it's also the cheapest. Mega Evolution base set. Some cool cards in here, so I've included it for a bit of diversity because it's still quite cheap per pack, even though $13.68 for a pack of cards is ridiculous. No one can get Pokemon cards. It's a joke. 151, the most expensive, the most satisfying because it contains all 151 of the original Pokemon. And Phantasmal Flames has got the best Charizard, in my opinion, that's ever been created. And it sells for about $1,000, something like that. So there are the breaks. You can also enter the pre-sale of packs. That means you get the packs a little bit cheaper. So best to buy them from there if you want to get involved. And the Vault token pre-sale is now live. So click on the button that says link to pre-sale. And we've got it set as a minimum buy of 0.1 BNB and 3 BNB for the max buy. You're going to get 30,000 Vault tokens on the pre-sale. And on normal listing, you're going to get 25,000. So the pre-sale is live for another, 6 days? 6 days and 10 hours. So go and buy your Vault token. I don't think you'll regret it. Not financial advice. But we do need to hit the soft cap of $10,000. I'm pretty sure we can do that with the people that we know. So it'd be nice to hit the 50k though, because that will really give us a great start to the ecosystem. So breaks for now is all you need to know. Join 2 pre-sales, 1 for the token, 1 for the packs. And I'll see you on Monday for the next installment. And I'll probably do a live stream if enough people want to see it. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Redemption of Paca is on. The side quest is now live. Let's go and get it. Thanks guys and girls. Bye-bye.